Hi people, I know it's been a while, I haven't really been posting. No makeup today, I didn't feel like it. Also, I got a tattoo. Let me get up so I can actually see. My grandma's gonna flip out when she sees that. So I'm waiting until I need to brush my hair. She gets back from vacation to tell her about it, cause, I asked my dad, like, hey, when should I tell Grandma? And he said not to tell her over the phone, so. Yeah, that's the stuff right there. Second one today, by the way. My first one was in a bottle. Also, the pimple on my nose isn't, like my jewelry getting infected. It's just because of, like, the area. So that's the good news about that, because I had a nightmare experience with trying to heal my septum. But the woman who pierced my septum is the woman who did my tattoo. I went somewhere else to get my stud. We were just going out there anyway, so. Okay, now to get into the video, actually, well, this just feels weird now, because it's reading a script. Whatever. Okay. Growing up, I had a few best friends here and there, but we either outgrew each other or things went down in flames, which I could make a whole video about the friend I had that our friendship crashed and burned. I never really had much of a support system other than family. Most of the friendships I've been in, even when I was a little kid, were fake. So, I can't relate to people who are like, oh, I had a bad day, let me go talk to my best friend about it. I got me, myself, and I, okay? I either tell my diary or my dad, and usually things have to be pretty bad for me to tell my dad. Unless it's something good, you know? Having a lack of a support system other than family, a mother that abused and neglected me, and shitty, cruel friends led me to end up in a few abusive relationships. And it makes me mad to think about how many people came into my life and just wronged me, you know? And I'm the one that needs therapy. That makes sense. A few months ago, my aunt asked me, why does it seem like you have all these problems that the rest of the world doesn't have? And by a few months ago, I mean like 5 months ago now. And she asked me why I have to put labels on everything, like why can't I just have problems without labels? First of all, I just figured out 8 years later that what my mom did before her ex-boyfriend came in the picture was actually abuse, which means that I have PTSD and my grandparents lied to me. I had to unlearn all that shit. Complex trauma affects the immune system and can cause, like, all of the conditions I have. Bear with me here, I don't actually know how to pronounce this. I did get diagnosed as bulimic, if I'm even saying that right. My mom used to starve me, so it's kind of a comfort thing. Bipolar, which took forever for me to finally get help because I kept telling mental health professionals, hey, I think I have this issue. They didn't believe me until I went into psychosis in February, and it was so bad that when I looked in the mirror, I didn't recognize my own face. I have a pain syndrome, which took so many tests to figure out. obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, which is mostly thoughts, but I also have scalp dermatillomania, which I've had since I was in kindergarten. And honestly, dyeing my hair has kind of helped me stop, because I don't want my hair to get greasy, because then I'll have to wash it more. So I've just been leaving my hair alone. And I've been using fidgets to get over it too. I have like really bad anxiety, GERD, which is like the acid reflux thing. I have avoidant restrictive food intake disorder, so I'd rather die than eat something gross, and that's about it. How are we at 5 minutes already? I still have like 3 more pages. I didn't realize I talked that slow. Okay, where was I? I would love to have a best friend other than my boyfriend to support me. Someone to go do fun things with. I mean, after everything I've went through, it's kind of hard to just let someone in like that. I'm really grateful I do have a boyfriend though, because without him I probably would have attempted this summer. I love my grandma, but I have to love her from a distance because of how often she brings up my mom, which is literally just poking the wound. On top of that, she like infantilizes me and acts like I'm too little to do certain things, and it's weird. I mean, I've had a good summer. Like, I've spent most of it drawing, sleeping, watching TV, and going on walks, which was exactly what I wanted to do, so that's a good thing. And going on dates with my boyfriend, obviously. I didn't want to go on vacation this year because I hate leaving my pets alone. My aunt does a great job looking after them and everything, I just don't like leaving them. So, in that sense, I totally relate to Queso and how he doesn't want to leave his house either because of his OCD. I used to move 2 objects back and forth in my room. It was to the point where I had a hard time finishing my homework because I was so distracted by it. I'm not sure if I want to talk about my eating disorder because I don't want to trigger people, and I don't want to give tips either. If you guys want, I can make a separate video, but I will warn you that I'm not really in recovery, and that's why I'm like, I'm not sure if that's a good idea. I wanted to talk about depression too. I've been so scared to make videos now that I'm actually like getting views and stuff. 'Cause like, what if there's no point in making my videos? What if my videos suck? At first it was fun, but now I worry and procrastinate about it. It is like a fun little hobby, but like anybody can see my videos. And that's kind of scary. I feel like I've spent a lot of my life bed rotting. I mean, it's never gotten to the point where I've left dirty dishes in my room. I can't stand having a messy room like that. But it has gotten to the point where I only left my bed to go to the bathroom or to eat. I find it really upsetting because I could have spent that time creating and making stuff for me to be proud of, you know? I stopped making art for a while because I thought my art sucked. I thought about becoming a tattoo artist back in middle school, but I feel like because of my OCD, doing art as a living would be like a nightmare because I'm such like a perfectionist about it. I would love to sell my art and do commissions, but it's hard to find people who even want to buy art. Throughout all the bad experiences I've had, I've realized that I need to set more boundaries. I'm not playing around about my peace anymore. I'd rather... That doesn't make sense. Oh, okay. The tone. I read that sentence, I was like, what? No, I mean business. Okay, at first I was like, what do you mean business? That took me a second. I'd rather be alone than be disrespected. I cut off all my old friends. I blocked them all. Because we were in a group chat, and the one girl said to me, "Why are you such a people pleaser?" And they were backing her, like, "Why are you being a bitch to me? How about I ask you that?" Anyways, I've been reading Girl Interrupted, and I really like it so far. I might even make a book review about it, so stay tuned. Also, before I was medicated, I used to be kind of a narcissist. My mom was also a narc, and it kind of rubbed off on me. I'm glad I outgrew it, though, because some people don't. Here's a story time. My dad's ex-girlfriend, who's in her 40s, was a narcissist, and she cut in line at the hot air balloon festival, which had hundreds of people waiting in line. She cut like 30 people back. So she went like all the way up the line. And people were yelling at her, "Hey, the line's back here. Then the line's back here. What are you doing?" She didn't give a fuck. She just ignored them. And I didn't go with them because right before they left, I went outside with my little gothic makeup on. And she told me my makeup looked terrible and that it was embarrassing and that I needed to go fix it. My dad didn't think it was that bad that she said that, but she was right in front of the camera, and our doorbell camera caught what she said, and my dad watched the video and like heard her tone and realized she really meant that shit, you know? When they first put me on my meds, I was extremely depressed. I was used to having that fake confidence that you get with mania, and my life felt dull without it. I ran in front of a car last October, and the driver barely missed me, and he was horrified. I feel bad for that. When they bumped up my meds when I was hospitalized earlier this year, I finally started to figure out who I was again and stuff. Through hobbies, therapy, and healing, I've been going back to my roots. I have this fucking bubble in my throat. Sorry, that is pissing me off because I could feel it starting, but it wasn't enough to come out. And I'm sitting here trying to talk, and I just, Okay. As I was saying, though, the person I hid inside me, the person I tried to kill, the sweetheart, having a boyfriend has also been a therapeutic experience because he actually cares about me, and he's made me realize how someone will act if they actually mess with you and they actually care about you. So yeah, that's why I disappeared and stopped posting so much. I wanted to talk about mental health, I just wasn't sure what part or how, hence why I wrote a script. Also, I'm going to be making a documentary, one to fall asleep to, because I've had people tell me that my voice is very calming and peaceful and stuff. So, I wanted to take advantage of that. I would love to try ASMR too, but I don't have a mic for that, so I'm not really sure if that'd even work. My phone's kind of old, so. Okay, thanks for checking out my channel if you're new here. If you're not, thanks for watching my video anyway. Also, what do we think about the hair color, even though I need to brush my hair out and it looks rough right now? Okay, bye.